Hi, everyone. Hi, Viviani. Thanks for being here. Marina's a little under the weather today, so I'll be doing the messages for Lightworkers solo today. Let's go ahead and send her some beautiful healing energy right now and request a most benevolent outcome for all angels and guides to assist her to feel better and to balance her system and everything that she needs. So, hi, Janet, Bora Bora. So, today, the guides have come out with another big one. And it is about the re-emergence of the sacred self. I clearly heard the guides say re-emergence. And I said, what do you mean re-emergence? What are you talking about? Reemergence. What do you mean? And they said, reemergence of the sacred self. So this is a transmission for light workers. You are in an epic remembrance where the deepest truth of who you are can no longer stay dormant. It's literally happening right now, and you probably feel that, right? So I just want to say hi to Hibiscus Healings. Good to see you here, Sarah and Nancy. Good to see you, Nancy. So going back to the topic, reemergence of the sacred self. So the sacred self is the primordial essence before personality. So personality is something you get. You decide what your blueprint is in the lifetime, and the persona goes with it. It's kind of like a template of the personality for that lifetime. It doesn't stay with you. And when we as mediums call over people from that bandwidth of the lifetime in which you knew the soul who was in that lifetime with you, we will get that exact bandwidth. That all stays with the soul, but it does shift from lifetime to lifetime to different personalities and different for every situation. That's kind of with the blueprint, the design of what that lifetime will be. So the sacred self is the primordial essence before personality, before the wounds, before the roles, before the agreements, before the density. So everything that you are before you decided to come in for a lifetime. It is the aspect of you that has only ever known wholeness, coherence, unity, and sovereignty. So that is your monadic beingness, that connection to source energy. You know who you are. So this reemergence of sacred self is happening now. And for many lifetimes, I mean, now in this past year, and especially now in these last few months. So for many lifetimes, the sacred self was partially veiled to allow humanity's journey of contrast, yin, yang, right, wrong, good, bad, light, dark. So, and that is how you learn and embody mastery in that contrast. But now the veils are thinning at an unprecedented speed. I think they're actually gone, and we're just hanging on to ideas that they're there. But they're thinning, and the sacred self is not awakening for the first time. It is rather re-emerging from beneath layers that you outgrew. So that we'll call it sloughing off of 3D, of the veil, of that density, that illusion. It is dissolving now. So what's emerging? What is happening? Your sacred self is re-emerging. That is what is happening. After all the dust is settling, you're going to see, like a diamond that is just starting to get the dust polished off of it. You're starting to feel that and see that in various ways in your life. And everyone's different, so they're going to experience it in different ways. So it is the aspect of you that really you've outgrown all those layers of density, of illusion. You've already done it all. And now, in this accelerated timing, you're ready for the emerging. And the guides were saying the planetary grids are stabilized enough to hold the higher frequency identities. What do we mean by higher frequency identities? We literally mean your soul self, your monadic self, that boom, huge perspective and energy of who you are, that huge bandwidth that takes a lot of, it's huge. It's a huge light. Think of it that way, because everything is energy, everything is frequency and light, sound, vibration. That is what the universe actually is. The fabric of the universe is energy. It is frequency. It is sound. It is vibration. It is patterns, the sacred geometry of the universe. That it all equates to sound, frequency, color, vibration. So human consciousness has completed multiple collective cycles of karma, and it's unraveling now, because karma was an old system we used, sort of like having training wheels on, and where we did this and then we learned, oh, these are the consequences of this. Maybe we learned it in that lifetime, maybe we learned it in another, what the consequences were. But now there is no karma, there's no need for training wheels, so you experience what you create right away. It's not waiting. You get the experience. You're bringing that experience to you in real time, because even manifestation in real time is like speeding up. So just so you realize, energy is moving faster, even the manifestation energy. So keep your thoughts on the target of what you want, not what you don't want in your life. So the 3-eye atlas and other cosmic accelerations have shifted the human template to receive higher aspects of soul expression. Yeah, it is removing density, literally. That is what came to me from my guides, is that it is really deleting, dissolving away the old density or ideas of what that 3D shadow side was all about. I mean, the reason for it, because we are more re-emerging, our soul self, our higher self, our monadic aspect is re-emerging. So what happens? You have to experience more light within your body. So something has to go, right? The shadow parts of you that you were holding on to that are illusion, they are just dissolving. So hopefully that all makes sense. And then, so you're going to express your soul now in more ways every day. So light workers have reached a threshold, actually, where hiding, shrinking, and self-neglect are no longer sustainable. You really have to appreciate yourself. You have to love yourself and appreciate that you are divine source. There is no other way around it. And from that, you appreciate everyone else who is divine source. Literally you in another form, in another body, in another aspect of source, because we're all one. So the sacred self is rising because the old self cannot carry you forward. Look at that again. The sacred self is rising because the old self cannot carry you forward. Literally. It can't. It can't carry you into fifth dimensional frequencies. It can't. You wouldn't be here listening to this message if you didn't already realize this. That's why you're listening. That's why you're wanting to expand. Your destiny requires the truth of who you are, not the version you constructed to survive. So as we were children and we created our personas, kind of, we were the good little girl or the troublemaker child or whatever we were. Those were just personas created by situations so that we could survive in whatever situation we were in. It's a false identity. It's not the true source of who we are. So what the sacred, so we're letting go of that. It's not the truth. So what is the sacred self actually? It is the pure frequency of your divine blueprint, your original cosmic architecture. Before any incarnation, before anything, the pure frequency of your divine blueprint. That is that original, as you came away from as a spark of divine source, before any of the little mini programs were inserted. So, I mean, it's pretty cool, actually. The unfractured consciousness that remained untouched by human trauma or dimensional descent, because you're in the monad, you're part of the monad in the sea of wholeness. You know who you are. You drop down into the oversoul, and the oversoul is where you're still in that sea of consciousness, but you start to be sent on individuated jobs. So yeah, even in the sea of consciousness, you still know your lifetimes, your personalities, the things you've experienced on your earthly blueprint that was created for all the different lifetimes. You still have that in your soul level on all these individuated souls. Okay, so this might sound hard to follow, but the unfractured consciousness that remained untouched, that is the voice of your monad guiding your earthly personality into alignment with your with your infinite identity, actually. So let me say that again. The voice of your monad guiding your earthly personality into alignment with your infinite identity. So you're really, as you no longer need to hold on to a lot of that 3D density, that illusion of what the world has always told you you were, of what the world has always told you. The world is, this is important, that's important. No, what's important is what's within you. And that is the secret to being in that flow with your source energy. The kingdom of heaven really is within. So the embodied remembrance of your purpose, gifts, and services is that the self knows without thinking. So you are propelled to move forward, not go up here and go, oh, well, I felt like I should go to the store for some reason. Yeah, just go to the store because you felt you should go to the store. Don't go up here and talk yourself out of it. So that's knowing without thinking. Love without consideration. Don't go up here and go, oh, but I shouldn't feel this way about that because they're not this, that, and the other thing. No, just love without consideration. That is a big part of this. So acting without fear. Yeah. Who cares about the consequences of, oh, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'm not going to go up here and go, what if nobody watches? No, I'm going to be in that monadic self acting without fear, creating without limitation. Don't limit yourself, censor yourself, or judge yourself. Create without limitation. Serves without depletion. So whatever you're called to go forward to do, it is not going to deplete you or make you feel run out. Because what happens is you're moving from your heart, and your heart is full of divine energy. You're just propelled forward, and you are in this blissful state. So you're never tired from that. It's true. So that's kind of a clue. If you're doing something that isn't really in the sweet spot of your divine source plan, you're going to feel a little tired from it. So think about that. So this, this is also to say, you do have to have a balance in your life, and balance things that you have to go out and do, and things, the internal time you spend to recharge. Anyway, this really is not a higher self descending down. It is you rising to meet it. It's you rising to meet it. It's not like the monad dropped down. No, your energy is rising to meet what is within you already. So how Lightworkers experience this reemergence is feeling done with patterns that you've tolerated for years. I mean, done with it. All of a sudden, you're just, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. You're just going to feel these ways, whether you're not going to tune in and watch a particular show anymore, however that shows up for you, or you're done putting yourself in a situation where you have to be with people you don't feel comfortable with or resonate with. So, and these are things you've tolerated for years, and all of a sudden you're like, no. So suddenly clarity about what is aligned and what is not is going to be within you. Reclaiming your personal power without aggression, just truth. So you're going to speak to people with truth, but it's not going to be hurtful. You're just going to say, I can't help you right now. I don't have time on my schedule. Sorry. That's truth, instead of being the yes person, for instance. So dissolving of masks, personas, and spiritual performity. So any illusion of how you think you should show up in any way, or your persona and spiritual performativity, that is very key to somebody who's starting out in this, so that you don't put yourself on some pedestal thinking you got to go tell people things. You don't. And, whatever I share, I'm sharing because my guides are pointing it, but I'm sitting back here with all of you here listening to them. I am your peer. I don't put myself up on any pedestal. I am just like you. Okay, so not becoming someone who's standing on a pulpit. Yeah, no. This is about all of us awakening together, shoulder to shoulder, hand to hand. A deep, quiet confidence emerging without effort. So suddenly there's this internal confidence where you are being propelled to do different things that create growth. And it's always going to be in a spiritual way, in some way. And I'm not saying that opening a certain kind of business isn't a spiritual. Yeah, it's all spiritual. So, don't judge it if you've always wanted to do something like a dog grooming business, whatever that may be for you. So a deep, quiet confidence emerging without effort, heightened intuition, and instantaneous knowing. So you're going to just be knowing things. That's how it happens. You're just going to be going along, and you're going to be knowing. And I've got to go look at the comments now. I'm going to stop in the middle of this just to see how everybody's. I was really looking at they have a teleprompter. So I was looking at that and I couldn't look at your comments. And I want to say hi to everybody who's come in. Lori, hi, Lynchy, Jackie, good to see you. And Suzanne, Brina, and Jenny, good to see you. Bunny, Bunny Rabbit Orama, that's cute. Jenny in Virginia, and Lori Huntsinger, good to see you. And Teresa Tea Garden Chicken, nice to have you here. Dee Bailey, good to see you. And Glorious, nice to see you here. And Jules, learning to listen, hello. Virginia, nice to see you. And Annie's Gifts, hello. Virginia, Jackie, I probably mentioned before, and Arlene, hello. And okay, we're caught up. Okay, so all of you, so back to the information that the guides want you to know for today, which is about reemergence of the sacred self. So, heightened intuition and instantaneous knowing. Yeah, you're just going to know things. Things are just going to come into your awareness. Messages from your guides and angels. Are they going to be saying, oh, this is a message from your guides and angels? No, it's just going to be like a thought voice prompting you. So listen, it'll sound like your voice. So don't discount anything that comes into your head. Like the thought, oh, I should call blah, blah, blah. Oh, I wonder why I thought that. Yeah, it's because you were prompted by your guides. So pay attention to that still voice that sounds like you. So there's less tolerance for chaos and emotional entanglement or fragmentation. So you're not going to have the tolerance for the chaos. You're just going to tune out of it. You're just not going to want to be around it. Emotional entanglement, that means getting into the drama or the weeds of something, and you're just going to, because you're going to naturally want to stay in that state of observation, that sweet space where you're in that source energy and feeling it. Fragmentation means, when you have put your awareness on this drama, this thing over here, that thing over there, your energy is going out in all these different directions. That is in part a way in which you can think of fragmentation. Pull all that energy back by saying, I pull all my energy back. I release all energy that is not mine from whence it came with light and love. I pull my energy back into my energy field and visualize that happening. Surround yourself with light. I even I ask Archangel Michael to cut all the cords, because literally when you connect to something, I don't care if it's YouTube or whatever it is, you are connecting a cord, and it's probably at an emotional level. So you have all these chakras. Every chakra feels something. If you feel fear and you're connecting to something that is bringing a fear-based message, you're probably going to connect at the root chakra. So, or the heart chakra, if it's something you love or you appreciate. So I'm not saying any of those things are bad, but you have to manage your energy by taking charge of it, pulling it all back in, being in that beautiful sacred space with your own energy. And that's when you really start to feel that balance, and you also hear your messages more clearly, because your energy's back in your main, it's back to you now. You haven't put it in all these different places draining you. Okay. So a desire to simplify, refine, and return to essence. Yeah, absolutely. Suddenly you're not that interested in buying this, that, and the other thing. And you also might throw some things out. You might want to paint. You might want to, whatever that simplification might be, maybe deciding you don't have to do XYZ in a day, or maybe in your whole entire week, you're cutting out a bunch of things that you used to think you had to do, and you don't do it anymore. Maybe it's an old method. You used to think you had to practice this in your spiritual practice, and you decide, you know what? I don't really need to do that particular thing. So it's really giving yourself permission to do what is essential for you, and not within a boxy framework, but something simplified and easy. You could sit down and meditate 5 minutes a day. I mean, it's literally that streamlined if you want that. So this emergence often feels like coming home to yourself after lifetimes away. And it really does. Because all of a sudden you see from a higher perspective that you are none of that stuff that you thought you were, from growing up to your 20s, to your 30s, to your 40s. So, I mean, those of us who are like 45 up, all the way up to, 105 and on, we kind of have gone through all that. And so you become more of your core of who you are as you get old, past 40, 45. You start to shed some of that stuff that you thought you were, because you're really going into that more authentic self. But what the reemergence requires from us, the sacred self does not rise through force, it rises through allowance. So what does that mean? That means that in your life, you allow the flow of energy to happen. You don't go, oh, I don't want that. I'm not, back up. It's flow with what's delivered to you. You are the ordering system. You've ordered it up. It's being delivered to you. Appreciate it, no matter what it is and how it shows up. Because what will happen, and be grateful, because what will happen is you will suddenly find yourself seeing miraculous things, spiritual serendipities, all kinds of wonderful things will appear before you by being in the flow. So it doesn't rise through force. Let the energies flow as they need to. So to support this reemergence, you can release the identities that no longer fit. So they're saying, and jokingly, you cannot wear costumes into a new era. So think of this false persona as a costume. Just take it off and just be who you are. That's what they're saying. Choose authenticity over belonging. If you feel like you are trying to fit in somewhere and you have to contort yourself, you are not meant to fit into places. You came to transform. You came to Earth to transform. You're not here to fit into places. So create inner silence so the self can speak. That's at 5 minutes a day or longer of meditation, of quiet time. And I always say, take your 3 deep breaths, exhale through your mouth. I like to fill, as you're taking the breath in, fill your light with heart. And as you exhale slowly through your mouth, visualize your light going all into the infinite universe or multiverse. So the inner silence, that 5 minutes of meditation or more, so that sacred self can speak. I ask my guides, do you have a message for me today? And I sit and wait. The voice is steady, not loud. It's not going to go, oh yeah, I do. No, it's very soft. So you have to really pay attention and listen. Also, let go of spiritual self-judgment. The sacred self emerges through grace, not perfection. Absolutely. Stop negotiating with your worth. The sacred self is sovereign by nature. It's sovereign by nature. You are the sovereign being. You are the spark of God in this avatar. So what this means for humanity is the sacred selves of light workers act as nodes of coherence within the collective field. So nodes, imagine little planets, for instance. And the light workers are like sending signals out from all of this coherence. Coherence means communication. Coherence means everything is working together. So each person, as you remember, I am divine essence and form, the collective grid strengthens. As each person reclaims my presence as a blessing, humanity shifts out of separation and into resonance. That's that communication, that resonant frequency. Each person embodies, I choose truth, not fear. A new timeline stabilizes. Your emergence is not personal, it is architectural. It's happening, it's built in. It shapes the human field. And so a closing message that I received from the council is, child of the infinite, you are not becoming something new. You are returning to what you have always been. The sacred self is not ahead of you. It is rising from within you. Walk gently now. Walk truthfully. And allow the radiance of your original essence to take its rightful place in the world. So that was beautiful. And so, and Virginia's saying, after some revelations in my life recently, I think I'm supposed to become a light worker. Found your channel and others. Thank you. How can I help myself and others with my gift? Yeah, you know what, Virginia? I'll tell you something you can do today. And this is really true. It's not self-serving for me, but I have on Saturday, you can take my class learn to read the Akashic Records, sign up on dragonflycrystals.store. What happens is you will learn how to access the records and read for others. For yourself and others, you will be able to go into their records and assist them with questions, and you will clear away so much. See, what you do is you go into the records and you read on things that are repeating patterns in this lifetime, or maybe they want to find out why they have a certain medical condition, or why, they felt unworthiness, or whatever it is in their lifetime that they've had to really struggle with. You go in and you ask the Akashic Record Masters to show you the root lifetime for this. And the minute you see it and tell people, they are suddenly cleared and free from that in their lifetime, in their life. They don't experience it anymore. For some reason, this is how it happens. So you can sign up for that class at dragonflycrystals.store. I also have meditation class, channeling class, psychic mediumship, and also a manifesting class you can sign up for as well. And the reason why I point that out first is it's the first action step that you take, a beginner level. All my classes are beginner level, no prerequisite. You came in with all the gifts. Everyone. What's the difference between me and you? I use it every day. That is you stepping in, saying to your guides and angels, saying to the universe, I'm ready, I'm stepping in. Then suddenly, Virginia, you have a way to help everyone. you're an Akashic record reader in one day. And also that comes with, you can sign up for Linda de Gonzalez. I have information where you can email her and ask to join her Akashic record reading practice group every week. So you get to practice and read for people. It's very, we'll just say, it's a group of people that in this whole entire community that help each other. And it's a wonderful experience. And there have been so many Akashic record readers that came out of my course. So please look into that. Dragonflycrystals.store. So thank you for that question, Virginia. And let's see. So, and Sheila's saying, Val, what true word you are saying. Thank you. Oh, that's sweet. And, I have to say, we're not doing questions on the Messages for Lightworkers show in terms of throwing cards and doing personal readings. This is like a message from the big guides to all of the Lightworkers. It's not personal information. So, Wild Lilac, is this what some call the higher self? What others call our higher self, it seems, is me, my spirit that is within me. That's a beautiful question, Wild Lilac. Some people call it the higher self. Some people call it the soul. Some people call it the monad. It doesn't really matter what you want to call it. Yes, it's the same thing. Some people may argue, oh, higher self is lower than the soul. Oh, soul is lower than the monad. Oh, no, just think of it as your higher self, if that's easier. It doesn't matter. I don't put levels on anything. It is the you that knows who you are, the you that knows your divine source, that you that's tapped into everything. Absolutely. That higher self works just fine, is what you want to call it. Oh, and thank you, Viviani, for putting that dragonflycrystals.store. I appreciate that. And thank you, Teresa. That class is amazing. It works. It does work. And even if you didn't want to read for clients, you can read for yourself, your family. It definitely will give you, we'll just say, once you go take one of the classes, whether it's from me or anyone else, it doesn't matter. You are activating within you your divine plan path in a larger way, and more will be brought in front of you. It is like saying, okay, I'm ready. I'm on the dance floor. So thank you for that, Teresa. And thank you, Sarah. Hibiscus Healing, Sarah says, 100% recommend Val's classes. Thank you so much. And Lynchy says, my daughter loved your Akashic Records course. Oh, thank you so much. That's beautiful. And, you're welcome, Wild Lilac. And, it is very empowering. It's you stepping into your power. I mean, realizing your power, your gifts and abilities. So, I mean, it isn't like you have to go, and no, you're just opening up to your guides and angels, giving you messages. That's basically, you're, for that Akashic record reading class, you're opening up to the Akashic field and you're letting the Akashic record masters give you messages. And in that same venue, you can have angels come in, you can have other guides come in, all kinds of things happen. And everyone is different as a reader. So it's all going to be different for all of you. And so now, now that we've talked about the reemergence of the sacred self, which is absolutely happening for everyone, and Leah is saying, have you been a teacher in the woo-woo in different lifetimes? You betcha, baby. As all of you have. There's no one here in this community who hasn't already done this. Priestess, goddess, divine teacher lifetimes. This isn't your first rodeo, or you wouldn't be here. So, but guess what? Now we're going to do an activation, reemergence of the sacred self. So I just got chills on that. Yeah, Suzanne, all of you who are here now have lived the lifetimes as goddess, priestess, shaman, the divine teacher, the alchemist, or you would not be here. So as we move into that, we're going to take a couple of deep breaths, because you know I love to open up our energy field by doing that. So breathe in beautiful white light into your heart now. And as you exhale, open your mouth to exhale slowly. Visualize that light filling the entire multiverse. And another deep inhale, light filling your heart. Pausing at the top and slowly exhaling through your mouth. Visualize that light going out into infinity. And now one last deep breath in. Light filling your heart. And as you exhale slowly through the mouth, visualize that light filling the entire multiverse. And so begin by placing a hand on your heart, one hand on your solar plexus, and take one more slow, deep breath in to the center of your being. Beloved ones, we call you now into the sacred corridor of remembrance, the space where your original divine architecture resides untouched. You are entering the temple of the sacred self. Feel a soft, shimmering light begin to surround you. It is iridescent, white, gold, rose, and crystalline blue. Your soul's signature frequencies. On your next breath, allow the outdated identities to gently dissolve. Inhale. Exhale. As you breathe, feel these energies release. The identities build from survival, the masks created for acceptance, the distortions inherited from the collective, the patterns formed when you forgot your destiny. They fall away like sand slipping from your hands. They are complete. Beloved, nothing you release was ever you. Now breathe into the center of your heart. A radiant presence begins to rise from deep within your core, the essence of your original divine self. This is the you that remembers, the you that knows, the you that has never been fragmented. Allow this sacred self to expand through your heart, throat, mind, spine, auric field. You may feel clarity or an inner stillness that feels ancient and familiar. Above you, a column of pure golden white light opens. The direct connection to your monad, your over soul source. This light gently pours into you, activating sovereignty, strengthening clarity, reweaving your divine blueprint, restoring your original coherence. Receive now the remembrance of your infinite nature. Let this light merge with the sacred self rising within you. A union forms. Your earth self, your divine self, and your monad self, all in harmonic alignment. Your guides step forward and place an energetic crown upon your head, a symbol of your sovereignty, mastery, and return to essence. You hear, walk now as the one who remembers. Speak now as the one who knows. Live now as the one who has returned to truth. Your aura expands, brilliant and crystalline, forming a field around you that others will feel as clarity, stability, love, and authenticity. This is your sacred self re-emerging in real time. A soft wave of rose gold light sweeps through your body. It seals your new frequency, your restored identity, the coherence of your divine blueprint, the union with your monad. It anchors into the earth and into your future timelines. Beloved, the world is ready for the truth of who you are. Your sacred self is no longer hidden. You walk forward now in remembrance and radiance. Take one more breath. Feel your presence, feel your power, feel your purity. And when you are ready, whisper silently or out loud, I am the sacred self re-emerging. I am the one I came here to embody. It is done. It is sealed. It is activated. So be it. Okay. We are activated. These things are always powerful. So even if you didn't feel anything, or you are one of those people who have a little bit of harder time to visualize, it is happening. The words went in there, you heard it, and this is absolutely anchored into your field from now and forever. And so you can just rest assured it is absolutely. Oh, and Arlene is saying, my daughter also took your class and raised her vibration. Oh, thank you, Arlene. Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, Nanny's gifts. Woo, we're activated. Wow, woo woo. Yeah. So we are. And you know what? Intention is everything. But when you're in a group and you're doing an activation like this, it is super powerful because it isn't me activating you. We've opened a gateway, a connection to all of our guides and angels, really allowing us this higher vibration realization. Everything is within us. It always has been. And the timing is now to let it reemerge. So we are supported as we open up the activation portal. We are supported by all the guides and angels to receive this activation. Oh my gosh. Oh, and Lynchy says, my daughter recently lost her memory after a seizure, but is still drawn to her tarot cards and has given us channel messages for loved ones who have passed on. Ooh, I love that, Lynchy. Oh, I love that. Oh, you're welcome, Dee Bailey. It was my pleasure. It's my sweet spot of my soul. When I get to do this, I feel it is just, it's as much for me as it is for all of you. And, you know, I always look at it like we're supporting each other, and no matter what we do. And I love it that way. So all of you, it's 50 minutes. We're getting there toward the end of the hour. And I just want to say, you know, again, I send Marina healing energy, and hopefully she's going to feel a lot better by the end of the evening. And, please do so if you can. And I got a members meeting next, so I'm going to have to skedaddle. But, and you can join my membership, by the way, on dragonflycrystals.store. I have 2 levels of membership. One where you get a 1 Zoom meeting a month, and the higher levels where you get 2 Zoom meetings a month, where I channel personal messages through to everyone for you and answer your questions. And we do activations and other things. So you might look into that under membership. And let's see. Oh, before Otter Spirit. I'm just going to mention Otter Spirit one more time, because I have to say, for Christmas, go to otterspirit.com. In fact, I'll put the information in the video below. But if you use my link, you get a good discount, a good 30% off on these for the rest of December. Use my link and it'll take you right to Otter Spirit. And this is Moonstone, beautiful Moonstone. And this is an intuitive, beautiful energy. I chose the small beads. I'm getting larger ones next time. And this is beautiful tree agate. Oh my gosh, it's just stunningly beautiful. Plus you get a little otter emblem. It is just adorable, because $1 from every bracelet goes to the sea otters. So like to Monterey Bay Aquarium, and where they help the sea otters. And also this beautiful obsidian, which is a beautiful stone of protection. And so these all work beautifully together. I really like them, because I forget I'm wearing them. You can order a size that is comfortable for you. I don't like them tight, so I get, they have like 3 or 4 sizes. So you can definitely get them very large if you want to have that comfort. So look into that, because they're fun. They're like candy. They're pretty delightful. So I just want to say, thank you, Glorious. Thank you, Val, for this powerful activation. Val and everyone, have a fabulous day. Thank you for that. That's beautiful. And yeah, thank you all. G. Bailey, we love rocks. And it's hard not to. If you're like me, I am very into the elementals and earth, and I'm super multidimensional, but I'm also grounded in Mother Earth and the gifts that Mother Earth has given us. So I like to surround myself with beautiful stones and crystals and things that give off the energy of support that I need at the time. So yeah, I have to say. Annette says, this is my first live with you. Happy I landed here. Suzanne, thank you for the warm welcome. Oh, Annette, good to have you here. I'm glad that you checked it out. And oh man, you are lucky, Anya. I inherited all my parents' rocks, hundreds. Oh man, that is, And Annie's gift says, my friend sent me a bead store to get a bread store to get bread to make beads, you mean, to make jewelry. And now I know why. I have so many beads. Yarn, all of it. I go nuts. Because, it's so there. It's childlike. It's fun. There's something about it that is just pure, bead, right? Gotcha, Annie. It's bead. You can't, beads there's something about them. It's addicting. for sure. Let's just face it. It is. And, I just want to say thank you all for joining me today. And I really enjoyed this and all of your energy in the chat. I feel your energy. I feel your love. And I'm sending you so much love. And from my heart to yours, I totally adore you all, as you know. And I get as much out of this as you do. So thank you for watching. And I'll see you, I think Monday. I have the Mystic Forum. Well, I'll post something on my page for all of you, and you'll know my schedule for the week. But thank you, everyone. Yeah, going to a candy store. Yeah. So if you want to check out Otter Spirit, I'll have the link in the description. Thank you all. I love you guys. See you soon. Oh, wait a minute. Let me do my outro video. There it is. Okay, everyone.